Now, your Alaska Link weather for Juneau and Southeast.
Good evening and happy Tuesday. It has been a very active weather pattern. Lots of numbers here across the board, but note that this active weather pattern didn't even nearly start until halfway through the month, where we had that cold snap that then led into two huge snowstorms. And then we went to warm, windy conditions the last few days with record highs, warm lows, and record rainfall for the Juneau area yesterday. And we've worked into a little bit of a quiet period, but we're still with these active weather conditions as winter headlines are back in place. A winter storm warning extending from Haines and Skagway down through Juneau with that winter weather advisory around it. As what we are watching is that as we roll into our Wednesday, the snowfall potential will range anywhere from about 6 to 14 inches, especially where that winter storm warning is in place. Winter weather advisory about 1 to 6 inches. But travel is discouraged, especially across the local Juneau area. We have been battling big concerns the last few weeks, and we're going to see that this is only going to add to it, especially with flooding and still adding more moisture. And that's going to start about Wednesday afternoon, and then we'll diminish this threat into Friday morning. So what we're watching, though, is our biggest concern is that the cold air is trying to seep in under this quiet weather pattern. It's been dropping in with that west northwesterly wind, keeping us to a high of about 36 degrees. We know that that west northwesterly wind as well is strong, 30 to 40 miles per hour, pushing that cold air just underneath that warm, moist air that is going to be lifting in as we have a system that is coming in from the south and a low to our north that's going to allow for that to continue to try to creep in. But with these two systems stacked on each other, that's pushing that cold air in just as that system lifts in. So that's what's creating this increased threat for some potential impactful snowfall for areas of even Sitka, Petersburg, Juneau, and up through our northern highways. So much of the region you can see stays with that blue, where that warm nose tries to lift in and bring some transition, but that only brings the moisture in and keeps the cold air intact there, especially there, that line from Juneau through Sitka. So we note that this is another very rich system. We note that precipitation forecast shows an inch. Now that's going to lead to some river rises where there has been where areas stay rain showers, but note that with that rich moisture and that cold air moving in, that bumps up that snowfall. This is going to be at least the snowfall accumulation, if not more, getting some spots upwards of that foot of snowfall. So be prepared. Again, travel is discouraged. If you have to travel, make sure to have that winter safety kit in place. That warm nose will lift north. There may be some times of transition back to some rain showers, but then right back to some snow showers into Friday morning. So some concerns will last through that Friday morning commute before we work into quieter weather. That low moves out and that cold air continues to deepen through Saturday before we have more active weather into next week.